Season 3 begins with silence, but it is not a calm silence. It feels heavy. After everything that happened before, Madam is still standing, but she is not relaxed. She knows enemies are watching her. She knows the police are closer than ever. She also knows that loyalty inside her own circle is starting to break. The first episode shows us a different kind of Madam. She is still strong, still sharp, but there is pressure on her face. She understands that power is not just about control anymore. Now it is about survival. Every move she makes feels careful, like she is playing a game where one mistake could end her empire. Eden looks the same from the outside. The lights are bright. The music is loud. The dancers are smiling. But behind the curtains, fear is growing. The staff whispers more. Trust feels weaker. Someone is hiding something, and Madam can feel it. She does not know who it is yet, but she knows the danger is close. Amp also feels the change in the air. His connection with Madam is still strong, but it is not simple anymore. He wants to protect her, but he also wants his own space. In the premiere, we see him thinking more for himself. He is tired of always standing in the shadow. He loves Madam in his own way, but he also sees that being close to her brings risk. The police are watching. Rivals are watching. And if Madam falls, everyone near her falls too. There is tension between them, even in small moments. They speak calmly, but their eyes show worry. Amp starts to ask himself a quiet question. Is loyalty worth losing everything? That question alone changes the mood of the premiere. Because if Amp starts thinking like that, others might too. Then there is Detective Davis. He is not backing down. In fact, he feels more focused than ever. Season 3 shows that this is not just a job for him anymore. It feels personal. He believes Madam has escaped too many times. He believes she thinks she is untouchable, and he wants to prove she is not. The premiere gives us scenes where he gets closer to real proof. Small steps, but important ones. He talks less and listens more. He watches carefully. He is patient. That makes him even more dangerous. Madam has handled threats before, but this time the threat is smarter and more prepared. The tension between them is quiet but powerful. It feels like two strong minds moving toward a final clash dot at the same time. The dancers are not just background players anymore. Each of them has dreams, fears, and secrets. In the premiere, we start to see cracks in their unity. Some feel they deserve more money. Some feel they deserve more respect. Some are tired of the rules. One of them might even be thinking about making a deal that could hurt Madam. These small personal struggles slowly build into something bigger. Eden has always looked like one big family. But Season 3 starts to show that family can turn against itself when pressure rises. The premiere does not explode with chaos right away. Instead, it builds tension step by step. It shows us that danger is not always loud. Sometimes it grows quietly until it is too late to stop it. And by the end of this first part, one thing is clear. The crown is still on Madam's head, but it has never felt this heavy before. The opening scenes of Season 3 dive straight into the aftermath of Season 2. And the first thing that becomes clear is that nothing in Eden is simple anymore. The club still glimmers under its neon lights, the music pulses through the floors, and the laughter seems louder than ever. But the surface beauty hides the tension underneath. Madam walks through the club with a confidence that almost feels like armor. She smiles, she gives orders. She laughs with the dancers, but every glance over her shoulder shows she is calculating, thinking, always aware. Season 2 left cracks in her empire, and now those cracks are growing. Staff members whisper in corners. Alliances that seemed solid are now shifting, quietly but surely. Every small glance or gesture is loaded with meaning. The premiere makes it clear that trust is a luxury that no one can afford anymore. Even Amp, who has always been Madam's most loyal supporter, is caught between loyalty and self-preservation. He wants to protect her, but he also sees the danger of standing too close. Small moments show it a hand lingering on a shoulder, a hesitant nod, a silence that speaks louder than words. These subtle tensions set the tone for the season. Power is fragile, and one wrong move can tip everything into chaos. Madam's enemies are no longer obvious. In previous seasons, there were clear threats: rival clubs, outside forces, or law enforcement pressure, but Season 3 blurs those lines. Friends can be enemies, and enemies can become allies. The premiere shows a world where everyone is calculating their own position. Madam meets with her trusted circle, but even there are moments of doubt. She can sense it. The premiere shows her in private moments, thinking late at night, reviewing numbers, schedules, and conversations. She knows that survival is not just about controlling Eden, it is about predicting every move, anticipating every betrayal, and understanding every person around her better than they understand themselves. This creates tension that slowly builds across the episode. Unlike sudden explosions of drama, it is a quiet storm, growing with every scene, every dialogue, and every camera shot that lingers on a meaningful glance or a small hesitation. The audience feels the pressure rising without it ever needing to be shouted. Amp's personal journey is also central in the premiere. He is not just a side character supporting Madam anymore. He starts to show signs of independence, ambition, and even frustration. In private, he questions the cost of loyalty. He wonders if protecting Madam is worth risking everything: his freedom, his peace, even his life. Scenes show him talking quietly with other staff, observing others with a calculating eye. Sometimes he offers advice, sometimes he stays silent, but always the tension is visible. These moments are crucial because they plant the seeds of internal conflict. Amp has always been Madam's right hand, but the premiere hints that his path might start diverging. And with Eden already under scrutiny, his decisions have weight not just for him, but for the whole empire. The show layers this tension beautifully, using small actions, lingering camera shots, and subtle interactions to convey more than dialogue ever could. By the end of this section, viewers are left questioning who will stand firm, who will crack, and who will make a move that changes everything. The premiere also uses Detective Davis to heighten tension and remind viewers that Madam's world is never truly safe. His presence is quiet but menacing. He moves in carefully, collecting pieces of the puzzle, observing patterns, and waiting for the right moment to strike. Season 3 emphasizes that he is smarter, calmer, and more patient than before. His pursuit of Madam is no longer just professional, it feels personal. In the premiere, subtle cues show that he has started connecting dots that even Madam thought were hidden. Small clues, overheard conversations, a suspicious visitor at Eden. All of these elements build a quiet but consistent pressure around Madam. This is combined with moments where the dancers and staff are shown negotiating loyalties and exploring secrets of their own. The premiere focuses less on overt drama and more on the tension that exists in every relationship. Each character carries fear, ambition, and hidden intentions, creating a complex web that slowly tightens around Madam. By the end of Section 2, the audience understands that Eden is a place of beauty, but beauty hides danger. Every smile, every nod, and every conversation is a piece of a much larger game. Madam is still on top, but the weight of leadership has never been heavier, and the balance of power has never been more fragile. Season 3 opens the door to new players and new risks inside Eden. The premiere shows that while the club looks familiar, nothing inside it is the same. Madam's empire, once seemingly untouchable, now feels fragile. Every interaction carries weight. Every conversation hides intention. And every choice could tip the balance. In this season, the premiere focuses heavily on the psychological side of power. Madam is no longer just fighting outside threats, she is fighting the doubts inside her own mind. Scenes reveal her moments alone, walking through empty hallways, touching the railings, and pausing to consider who she can trust. She knows that survival isn't just about strength, it's about understanding motives. predicting betrayal, and anticipating moves that haven't even been made yet. The premiere carefully builds this tension by showing her in quiet control, observing everyone in Eden with an intensity that is almost tangible. There is a sense that she carries the entire club on her shoulders, and even the smallest mistake could bring everything crashing down. Amp's role grows deeper as he becomes both protector and silent observer of shifting alliances. He notices small things, a whisper in the back room, a glance that lingers too long, a hesitation in a colleague's voice. These observations show him questioning the loyalty of those he trusted the most. At the same time, he struggles with his own ambitions. The premiere makes it clear that Amp is no longer content to just follow Madam's lead. He wants to carve his own path, even if it means walking close to danger.